Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I'm sure all of you heard this story about this young man who's selling cabs. One day he went to the wood and he fell asleep under a tree. The monkeys have taken his cab. He wakes up. And what happens next? He makes all the attempt to get those cabs down, but they just don't give up. So finally, in frustration, he threw his cab down. The monkeys did the same. All the cabs came down. Right, 50 years afterwards, his grandson, now he's got a larger business, improved cabs. He's on the same mission. He goes by the same forest. Well, it's not the same tree, but a similar tree, and he sleeps there. As he wakes up, none of the cabs are there. Now he remembers his grandfather. Immediately, he wants to test it first. He scratches his hand, monkeys does the same. Then, without much ado, he just removes his cap and throws it down. One of the monkeys simply climbs down, slaps him, and said, "I too have a grandfather." Dear friends, when I told this story 16 years back, the audience roared with laughter. That's when I decided I want to be the humorous speaker of this club. Well, of course, that time I didn't have Rajiv Manmani or Vijayana, but then that was my goal. Those were the times when Toastmasters clubs were mushrooming in the IT companies in Bangalore. And by God's grace and grace of Mr. Bosco Abraham, we used to get an occasion to be in these clubs. Again, I met several humorous speakers in these IT companies. But my dream of becoming the best humorous speaker was short-lived. What happened was, whenever I went to these meetings, I ended up listening to the same jokes again and again. Finally, people stopped laughing. Then I found out the culprit was Larry Page. Google. He, I'd say, is my #1 enemy. People were just jokes in Google, and finally, whatever comes to the first page became the joke in the club. Well, I had to move on. We had a lot of great speakers. I still remember the speech of Claudius Pereira. He said, "Never give up." So my next move, if nothing works at office or work, then you try something at home. Well, at home it was a different scenario. I was a joker anyhow. So it was about making my wife smile. That's a big challenge, don't you agree? Yes. But then, I thought, let me give it a shot. Here surfaced my second enemy. People during those days just fell in love with the creation of this young man named Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, everyone were just sharing all kinds of photos from living room to bedroom to bathroom, just clicking likes, dislikes. That was it. So whenever I attempted to tell any jokes at home, they just laughed at me. They said, "I already know this, I read this in Facebook." My #2 enemy, my friends, Facebook. Well, again, what to do? I never wanted to give it up, right? It was frustration for me, and many times with anger I used to shout at home. And again, Toastmasters showed me one more term. What is that? Feedback, evaluation. I thought I will take feedback from my son. I asked him, "Gaurav, what do you do when you really get angry?" I was getting frustration. He said, "Papa, I go and clean the toilet." Well, I was surprised. How does that satisfy you? I use a toothbrush. Dear friends, from that day onwards, I usually carry a bunch of toothbrushes. So it was just getting tougher and tougher every day. My dream of becoming a great humorous speaker was nowhere in sight. And during those days, I think Rajiv Manmani had already joined the club. That was yet another reason that he was not my enemy. Well, days just passed on. So when nothing works at home, neither at work, then who are the people you refer to? Really? Friends, of course, that's right. Friends are always there to raise your spirits along with the spirits. So I thought I will go out with friends at at least here, I can get some chance to tell my jokes. But then the scenario had changed again. People now, they were laughing at themselves. They were laughing on their own. No, whenever we meet, usually I used to talk, they used to listen, or somebody else used to talk, lot of noise, but now we are just passing the phones around. Third enemy, who really totally closed my dreams. WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Everyone, it's the same jokes going around and around. Same people who are just reading 2 lines and just laughing. Dear friends, that was the end of my ambition to become a great entertaining speaker. But then, even at home, WhatsApp is not just limited to my friends. The kids section, somebody is going to nursery, from the young at heart old people, everyone. On Sunday, I had to eat burnt apple at home. You know how? My wife was serving dosas, wishing good morning messages to his cousins or so many groups. And at one instance, she took the dosa out and the Apple iPhone was on. Burnt apple. So it's really devastating. The effect of social networking and the gadgets on smartphones. We today say, lead by example, right? On a serious note, I think it's time for us to step up, right? There's something called a brain within us. Just don't get addicted to the social media. There are, of course, a lot of advantages, but be prudent, be wise. Don't be addicted to these things. Lead by example. At least one day in a week, turn off your notifications for Facebook or WhatsApp. At least 2 hours in a day, switch off your mobile phones. Spend time with your family. I tell you, that will make a big difference. Somebody has said, brain to the heart gives sight, and the heart gives brain its vision. But this thing called smartphone in between comes and really obstructs this vision. My dear friends, that causes a lot of stress. What do you find?